I was 14, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which is an inflammatory bowel disease where your intestines get basically swelled up and angry for no reason. The diagnosis itself was hard to accept, but little did I know a little bit more of a bigger storm was on its way. Um, a few months later, I had a lot of serious complications and ended up in the hospital, the ICU, for several months. I was in a huge position of weakness and suffering, but I knew that God had a plan for me. And from the beginning, I knew that He had a plan for me, and I was going to trust in it no matter how hard it got. I decided I should really channel the strength and light that can come out of it. So I like to say attitude is the difference between an ordeal and an adventure. So I realized that if I let God's light and love shine through me, and others could draw strength from me, and I can, especially my family, that was a really big part of it, was being there for my family, being a pillar of strength for my family, even when I was the one suffering, because I can see that they were so clearly suffering as well. God's love, as it usually does, grew and expanded and reached even further with the hospital staff, and a lot of the nurses and doctors would come into my room and just be there with me. They didn't. It was their choice. They didn't have to. I also put some of my favorite Bible verses and quotes on my hospital door. So I really tried to make my room even just a welcoming place, and a place where people could really tell that Jesus was present. He was in our midst, even through the pain and suffering. So many good things have come from it. I grew deeper in my faith. My family grew a lot closer, and my perspective on life has really changed. And so I'm really thankful for the suffering, even though that is hard to say, but I'm very thankful that it happened to me. And I know that this is only the beginning of what this experience is going to provide for me. And God has a plan. So